Lady Audacious on her mooring, approaching the main cabin. The door which slides open and closed. And then we get up and go to the stern of the boat, up the little steps, along the passageway, which is comfortable to walk along. There are the davits for your dinghy, and the stern of the boat, which is actually an external cockpit for fishing if you're into that. And then we have the cockpit at the top, the flying bridge, which has all the controls on it, so you can manage and steer the boat from the flying bridge. There is a mast, which actually, when it's up, can have the radio antenna on it, and that mast drops back when necessary. And then there's a drop down into the rear cockpit, and then doors from the rear cockpit go into the main cabin with a nice sliding hatch at the top to give you plenty of room. And there you are. There are stairs down into the main cockpit with 2 bunks which can serve as extra beds if necessary. Plenty of storage room here, and drawers such as this one with one of the 2 spare propellers in it, and a table which can be secured as necessary. Another bunk, more storage here at the back, and then there's your Abishbaka heater control, and another wardrobe here for storage, and a flight of drawers there, and one more large storage cupboard here. And then we have the stairs that go up into the cockpit, and doors to close it off as necessary. Once in the cockpit, we have the controls inside the cockpit and the wheel, with a very good clear view out of the boat. And seats here with under-seat storage, a map table and light, a radio, clock, and a very clever table which will fold and lift up for storage. And then it's out of the way when you don't need it, but it's easy to fold down when you want to use it. Those 2 pieces of wood go into here, so they're also out of the way. So that is the cockpit with drawers and a very nice drinks cupboard in there with storage for your bottles and glasses so they don't roll about. Some more storage space underneath the doors. And then from here we can see an old-fashioned compass which works perfectly well. And then you drop down these stairs into the galley. And the galley is fairly comprehensive. There's a fridge, there's storage space here, which can also be accessed through a hatch here. A chopping board over a very generous sink. A very nice stove with 2 burners and an oven underneath. And pretty much all you need, including ventilation through a hatch at the top. And across from it is the head with a very spacious sink, storage underneath, a sea toilet, more storage space over here, and a shower. The water system is served by a 40-litre calorifier, which is heated by the engine when running, but can also be hooked up to the electrics. And the shower drains through a pump that drains it out of there. So it's actually a very good shower with very good flow. And then from there, you go into the bow of the boat, where we have 2 bunks, which are surprisingly comfortable. More storage space above the bunks there, and drawers underneath. And at the very bow of the boat, more storage place and the anchor compartment, which can be sealed off as necessary. And ventilation is provided by yet another hatch, which opens up above this compartment. So just going back through the boat again, we go towards the front, and here is one access by lifting this to the engine compartment in here, with 2 fairly new Beta Marine engines. That whole area is also accessible by fairly easy lifting of the wooden lead-lined panels above it, so you can expose the whole engine compartment from the cockpit as necessary. And that allows it work on the engines to be carried out very easily. There is also a large roof hatch that can be opened in the heat, and some very ancient instruments which no longer work. So that basically is Lady Audacious.